Deltahead stream. I am James Howell. It is 6/16/2021. Tonight we're going to do part 5 of Resident Evil Village of Shadows Run. We're going into House Beneviento, which is easily the scariest part of the game. I almost couldn't finish it when I played it through the first time, and I am super curious to see what kind of horrible twists they put on that experience in Village of Shadows. I can only think that as much attention as they paid to individual encounters and making you have to rethink them, that what is basically a puzzle level must have some different, kind of mix-up there. And just gotta be honest, might not be too happy about that emotionally. But excuse me. I've got maybe a losing combination of the window open because this might be the last nice comfortable day of for the next couple of weeks. In addition to allergies, so we'll see how those pan out. So yeah, pregame show. Found this collection, the Scarecrow video, which is very good. The Nikatsu Diamond Guys series. These are a Blu-ray set, about 3 movies each one, and this is the Diamond Guys were a series of sort of leading man, star, face recognition kind of actors that the studio Nikatsu sort of groomed and put out in leading roles in their movies in the 50s, I think, sort of the 60s too. But this is kind of when actors like Joe Shishido sort of get their start, Akira Kobayashi, and just very, very recognizable faces and good screen presences. And so it's really cool to see their early stuff, and also these there's also some kind of conversation about on the supplementary stuff about what those actors were, kind of like what their well, I believe in you. I believe you can lose them. But yeah, no, it's good. I watched Voice Without a Shadow, which, I mean, if you take it literally, would be like every voice, right? Because that's the acoustic and the visual. But that's why it's poetic, because it's synesthesia. Synesthesia. There it is. And yeah, it's a good movie. It does the sort of thing where some of the Seijun Suzuki is kind of has this sort of pop art Andy Warhol sort of feel to him with a lot of his later stuff, which is very associative, very, very loose narratively. And some of his early stuff is very strange because it sort of adheres to a more structured narrative, but then sort of goes off into his own little his unique style, which the two together are kind of hit and miss. Sometimes it works, like in what was it? Something Battle Elegy, I think it was. Anyway, it's a good movie, and I recommend it. And the Nikatsu Diamond Guys thing is good. Book-wise, continuing to read Never Let Me Go by Kazuo Ishiguro. And I've got to say, in terms of not judging a book by its cover, this cover would make me think it is a very different kind of book than it actually is. The cover kind of makes me think it might be like a Nicholas Sparks kind of book, sort of like summer romance kind of thing, along with some of the sort of color tones and stuff like that are in the formatting. But it is in fact what's turning into kind of a gruesome science fiction story. I mean, as gruesome as Kazuo Ishiguro gets, right? It's still very emotional, very very lucid. And Evening Iceman Dance, good to see you. Yeah, no, I am, actually the thing about, what's great about the reading experience on this is I actually did not know it was a science fiction story as I was going into it, and I actually had the wonderful experience of what I think is what should be a great experience with weird fiction is if you know you're reading weird fiction, when the turn comes, you're always sort of anticipating it, waiting for when's the shoe going to drop, when's the science fiction conceit going to blow up, when am I going to find out this is another reality. But if you don't know that's what it is going in, and then it starts to get progressively weirder and your hackles get up, it's genuinely disturbing. And that is a great experience to have as a reader, one that I've not had in a very long time. And the fact that it came from somebody as quality as Ishiguro is great. So, yeah, I recommend it. Highly recommend the book. Other than that, watch New Battles Without Honor and Humanity. um, uh, which is, I mean, Yakuza Gang Fair, so it's the same as what the other ones are. But yeah, I think that does it good for our pregame show, and we're ready to get going. Give me 1 second. One of these days I'm gonna get a remote control for this thing, right? Oh. Let's see, what's the volume on this sound like? That could be a little louder, though I think I might absolutely regret that, because this is the scariest part of the game. Evening, Dustin. It's good to see you. Oh. Also, Dustin, I think I didn't thank you properly. I noticed this was while I was, while the stream was on hiatus. I noticed that you subscribed for like 6 months, and I wanted to thank you for that. That's very generous of you, and I appreciate it. Yes, we are at that part. Space Hamlet, it's good to see you. This is actually a part that I would love. I'm very happy to that you are here to see, because this is the moment. This is the RE8 moment. This is where Capcom looked at PT, leaned over Konami's plate, said, "You gonna eat that?" And Konami was like, "I'm sorry, I've decided to go vegetarian." And Capcom was like, "Yoink! I will take this and use it as an ingredient in my own recipe." And oh, that is a bad swishy tail on that cat. Hold on. Oh, yeah, this is evil. This is the scariest thing of all. This one right here. It's great. Look at her head. Like, watch her head as I'm moving her back and forth. She's got her eyes on something, and her head is like a bird's. It stays perfectly still when it's focused on something. Well, let's see. Can we do it again? Huh? No, she's lost interest. Anyway, this little one is gonna go out. Oh. And she was a great help today. As a matter of fact, it's going to be kind of hot here in this part of the country over the next week, and especially when my apartment, which is like on the 3rd floor, which is where heat rises up. And so I got like this air conditioning unit that you have to install one of those sort of vents in the window, and the prepackaged vent sort of structure is like made like the least useful thing in the world. So I made this little piece of modern art out of, it's just like I had to use the box itself, cut that piece up into cut the cardboard up, bound it all up together in tape, and actually made a whole frame out of that for it. And it works. It's good. I mean, I can throw together something that's a Patchworks fix. But God, that was like 3 hours, and she was a big help for that. Oh God, 90. Yeah, no, I was telling my folks who are in the southeast, I was like, oh my God, it's like 84 degrees here and I'm going to die, and they're just sort of dumbfounded that I even came from that part of the country, because, that's 84 is like a good day, right? in the southeastern states. And I have fully embraced the love of temperate temperatures. All right, so 332, 322. If I know anything about what time is later, I'm going to say this is my save file. Let's list one up here. That's 332. Yeah. Evening Grayling. Oh my God. Yeah, temperatures are wonky all over the place for, the terrifying reason that I can barely think about for too long, because despair, you know what I mean. No, I've spoken with people who are lifelong Seattleites or Seattle area-ites, and have been informed that the weather over the past, I want to say 5 or 6 years, has been significantly different than the weather that was here seasonally when they were growing up. As a matter of fact, that's one of the reasons, besides the heat coming up, one of the reasons why I installed that AC unit now is things are pretty dry. There are already a few wildfires here in Washington State, and I'm not looking forward to fire season in California again. And just, you know, it got miserable here. Miserable when the air was in like the purple air quality level. Shogi explained, are you from the area? For some reason I thought that... For some reason I have you pegged as Midwest in origin. I don't know why. Alright, so there are a few things that we can do that we're not going to do, which is go out and do some of the optional stuff for treasures, because... And actually that's a really interesting twist on Village of Shadows. The prohibitive difficulty makes it virtually impossible to get all the extra treasures that allow you to upgrade your weapons to really kind of like be overpowering, which means that there is effectively a cap, a soft cap, or an indirect cap, I'm going to say, on how much you can upgrade your weapons over the course of a game, because you're just not going to be able to... I don't think you're going to be able to like bolt in, grab a treasure, and leave, because you've got things that are just going to kill you in one hit. Excuse me. Huh. Well, I learned something new. Yeah, no, it's, thank you for confirming what others have said. Yeah, the smoke is not good for the lungs, and, you know, I got a little kiddo here, and his lungs are a primary concern. So, knowing how kind of rough the weather got the last time, and how tough it was for two adults, I am preparing for climate controlling and air quality controlling in this little bubble that I call home for that little man. So, here we are on the way to Donna Beneviento's place, and yeah, you know, your usual, you know, graveyard on the way to somebody's house with strung up dolls. No, I'm not going to let him become an underage smoker by certainly not environmentally. So, yep. Dolls, and dolls and crows. Let's look in here. Oh, neat. They're just kind of like strung up, not tied. I don't think these gravestones have anything on them. Do you have anything on you? You do not. I think the only gravestone that you have any text on is one for Ava, whom you later learn is well, I won't spoil the surprise for anybody. Yeah, there's only one tombstone you find in it, the name on that's significant. 21? Really? I didn't know that. That's cheery. It's where you mix and match your doll. Like one of those teddy bear construction stores. I think they're... I don't know if those things still exist anymore, but I remember there's a... Thanks, I hate it. I love this. This is a feature of the environment that I just absolutely love. All these other bridges absolutely broken going across to make you feel even less comfortable about walking over this one. I gotta say, when I think we're about to encounter something.
Ethan.
What?
Ethan, come with me. There's something I have to tell you.
Oh, weird. She is casting a shadow.
What's going on?
I always thought that she wasn't, but looking at the screen on this brightness, looking at the game on this screen with this brightness, I see that in fact she is. I remember it was 18 when I was coming up.
Ethan, you have to fix her.
And,
What the hell is this?
this is, I don't know if this is just like a dud they sent back for repurposing, or if this is in fact where somebody's grave is. Oh Jesus!
Me. Ethan Rose. I don't want to.
So I knew that that trigger was going to happen, but I did not think that it would happen while I was looking in here, and I thought that it was something related to this. In fact, it is not. This is nice. Standard, you know, bioluminescent weedery. What does that say? Read that. Is that thing? No, I think they have a kind of like Legend of Zelda gibberish script on most of the written surfaces here. I think even the books, maybe the books too. The titles on the spines. Freed from the birds of flesh, she now walks the valley of death. Well, that actually goes directly against what I was saying, but that is the exception that proves the rule, because right there, that means nothing. No one can read it. It's likewise.
Am I losing it?
So the thing here, give up your memories. And this is kind of neat because for the entire time you've been running around, Ethan's been running around, you've had this family photo that you haven't had any really use for, you know, outside of, you know, sentimental value for Ethan. And now you finally get to use it. It took me a little while when I was playing through this the first time to figure this out, but when it worked, I was like, oh, I see.
What's going on?
Not illegal to possess, but illegal to purchase. I wonder if that has anything to do with like a precedent set by like the marijuana legalization laws here. I don't know. That's interesting. So here we are, going up. Cozy. I always love a good subtitle on written text. So yes, now we're in freaky things happening zone. One of the things I love in Resident Evil, I love when they decide to play supernatural and give you ghost experiences, because you know it ain't a ghost, but it feels like it. Hold on a second, I got a thing here. See how that's gonna work. Just poking at the door and driving everybody else nuts, so see if I can take one for the team and have her hang out. Oh, that's interesting. Evening swimming. Yeah, no, I was a little slower on the uptake on this one. And I was actually really surprised to see that. I mean, it's, you know, you already know you're in weird territory because Ethan puts the photo in the slot and then the door opens and, hey, come on. You can't do that. Ethan puts the photo in the slot and then you go through and it's not there. And who took it? Ethan's journal. Let's take a look at Ethan's journal. Is that... Yeah, there we go. Oh, nifty. Well, that's being destroyed, but that's actually a acceptable casualty. So Rose was divided into 4 flasks, given to the 4 lords, Dimitrescu, Donna, Moreau, and Heisenberg. I can save Rose if I get all 4 of those. I don't trust this dupe, but he was right about one thing. Time to get my daughter back. Alright. While you're looking at these lovely illustrations, I have chaos to contain. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay. She has lately started just to go absolutely crazy if a window is open, and I have no idea what it is. Maybe it's the fresh air. She's an indoor cat, so maybe the call of the wild. I don't know. Yeah, I know. It kind of makes me think of like in the Uncharted games when Nathan Drake pulls out his pad and there are all of these suspiciously concept arty illustrations, drawings and sketches and stuff like that on in his notebook. And so far as I know, he's just been running around, shooting and swinging and doing all of his Indiana Jones type stuff. But apparently every time he opens it up and just kind of scribbles, he's like the fastest pen ever. Can read and speak like 20 languages. It can doodle at the speed of a pen scratch. I do too. I really like that too. Surprisingly good rendition of Dimitrescu, despite the conditions under which he was, encountered her. Oh, wow! I didn't know this was here. I didn't know there was... I thought the files in this were just, you pick them up and then they're... I mean, you look at them and you only see them for as long as you're observing that document. Oh, nifty. I am looking forward to seeing what cooking has in it once we make a meal or two. Alright. Now, would like to say I'm not deliberately stalling to avoid having to do this, but that would be untrue. Here is House Beneviento. Gothic is all get out. I have to admit, the first time I played through here, I tried shooting at something. Basically, I fired a bullet at the house to see if I could rustle something up. And then, nope. Nothing went running. Kind of walk around here. Check this out, these structures on the side. And, yeah, there are so many little areas here. The level design suggests that you're going to use it similar to how you've used level areas in the other lords' special realms. But no, even this, which I guess makes sense since Dimitrescu is the only boss, the only level where breaking a window matters. But all these little differences, it feels very a very kept place. Hold on. All right, there, glare. Oh, and you get that nice little unsettling rumble, that minor key rumble right at the start. And I really love just this establishing shot. It's very homey, very lived in, and besides the the staircase, there obviously you can already see the directions that you could go to explore, and but amid all of that, which your gamer brain is already processing, there's this one little thing here, this little spool of thread. You can trace it over here. And just leads to this. And that is particularly weird because everywhere else, like on the in the fishing ponds and stuff like that, you have little yellow lines that go out into the water to tell you, there are fish here. And this uses that design language, but just sort of terminates here. And it already, I mean, it's I think it's the one place that actually doesn't lead to something functional. So yeah, it's already playing with the game's design to put you off your ease. Old 6 o'clock stabbing hour. It's called the stabbing hour because it looks like a dagger up and down, but don't quote me on that. Oh, weird. I don't think I ever looked at this. Doll in a room there. Yeah, no, I hear you. I am A-okay with remakes of these games. They seem to do something pretty different and unique each time, so it doesn't just feel like it's retreading old ground. It's almost like each version of these games sort of like a cover almost, and you get to kind of hear what that particular band heard in the original song and liked, and they kind of play it out. These commemorative plates that. Yeah, and then there's this. This is lovely. And first time I played through here, I was actually very upset by the fact that I wanted to study the details on this, and felt that the longer I looked at it, the more I invited, boo, kind of thing. So I'm gonna kind of take a tour of this area here because we're gonna need to move pretty quickly through here before the end, and it's kind of nice to kind of take it all in. Well, things like this, the bust is turned away from you. What's this? Huh. And yeah, so far everything is just nice and in good order. It's like that old Treehouse of Horror episode where they're riffing on The Shining. Marge goes to the typewriter, expecting, all work and no play make Jack go crazy, except from Homer's point of view, and it's just feeling fine. And that's what the intro to House Beneviento is. Oh yeah, I heard that too. I'm very excited by that. It's true. It's true. I do have a special desire to smash windows after working with that air conditioner's installation. And this is neat, Haven't encountered these things before, so kind of get the feeling it's not just a mix and match of familiar assets. Oh, weird. I don't remember this. So this is relevant. These were the plants that we saw around the headstone, the sort of like bioluminescent plants. And again, it's like that text that's sort of like almost legible. You want it to read. You want it to say something. It's kind of like a lyric in a song that you kind of halfway hear and you come up with your own interpretation of, but you're probably wrong. don't think I've ever lived in a house where food has been hanging from the ceiling. Actually, oh hey, nifty. This is one of them. This is one of those very flowers. Well, that's neat. I never noticed that before. Environment's starting to decay. Starting to kind of feel like the real story is about to be revealed. Oh, this is so cool that those plants are all over the house. Cocteau Twins? I am not familiar with their music. Let's see some quality elevators in this sequence. I will look into them after the stream. Thank you for the recommendation. More of the same. Nobody likes this hallway. This is about the time where we're getting into very much PT territory. These hallways. Oh, nifty. There's an Italian song that I don't remember the name of, but I think the conceit of it is it's supposed to be what English sounds like to an Italian who doesn't speak English, and it is gibberish. But for some reason, the way that he gets the consonants and the vowels, they're all very American sounding syllables. So you can kind of hear how they're hearing. American speech as opposed to other Englishes, or TV American speech as opposed to other Englishes, and yeah, it's fun. And here we are. This is when it all comes together. Actually, if you listen, you can hear Ethan. Like, that's great. So, like, anytime you're around danger, Ethan goes into that heavy, sort of, like, very nervous breathing. I never noticed before that he does that only when you enter this room. Ethan says no more of that nonsense. And I'm gonna just save my game here before whatever this level on Village of Shadows looks like happens.
I've been waiting for so long. I'd make a much better daughter than Rose. Please, won't you stay with me forever?
What? Wait, where's my gun?
So now all my inventory is gone. I got a big old empty briefcase. No key items. Nothing to craft with. Just a whole lot of nothing. And yeah, the performance is very hammy and very good. And something that I noticed this time through. So when she disappeared and the lights went off, I heard some rummaging around. This door is now locked behind me, and I actually heard in the left headphone, the door being sort of jimmied, and then the lock being affixed. So that's cool. Yes. Good old elven mindbender. And this would be a picture of Mia after Chris and Co. shot her in their house.
Is this a doll of Mia?
So, and this is an interesting look into kind of Ethan's mind. Is that all of these? I would not, if I were in this situation, have the impulse to dismantle the doll of my recently dead wife. But that is, in fact, where he's thinking with the examine points. I can only assume that's coming from the narrator or from the character's point of view. So, and just to kind of get a look around here, there's the safe typewriter, a bunch of doll parts here. Run down this horrible gothic thing, and there's this door with weird magic occult symbols. Anytime there are a series of circles within circles and there are unknown, symbols or elements, emblems in those circles, it's clearly witchcraft. Sort of gruesomely, piece by piece, dismember the effigy of your recently dead wife. I'm actually very curious to know how he did that, because in my experience, whenever I get a ring off that's stuck on there, it's usually because I did something to make, I don't know, swelling go down on my finger. It has to do with the thickness of the skin, but I don't know, maybe he kind of like compressed some splinters or something and that worked out. Right, Ethan? What made you decide to do this? I think it's also the position of his hands as he's sort of assessing it is interesting, because I don't it feels like a gesture or a hand position that feels weirdly clinical, but I can't place like where I get that notion from. Freud would indeed. Oh, weird. That button just popped back up. Hold on one second. I'm looking at the stream here. I want to see if the buttons on that radio changed. Yeah, it did. Oh, cool. That is a nice little detail that I didn't notice. That button on the right underneath the sort of band marker, that was clicked down when it was playing, and then it popped back up. That's cool. So, this is a solution to one of the puzzles. This 3 eyes closed. We can go ahead and do that. There we go. Weird. Heard something creak and then snap. Tasteful bullet hole. Or the representation of one. See, there's our right-facing bird. Oh, weird, I can't look. That kind of looks like a little mound of doll parts. That's interesting. A lot of the environmental art that you see on the walls here doesn't show up elsewhere. Very thematically appropriate. It's kind of like a Pied Piper thing on the right side there. And there we go. There's our information. 52911. Curious. I'm seeing a reflection there in the ring. I wonder if that is environmental. Kind of looks like I can see this. What looks like the sink there on the left. I'm gonna move somewhere else and see if that's the same. Let's see. So right here. No, it's different. Oh, that's cool. The surface of the ring actually reflects the room that you're in from the position you're in. That's cool. Wait, what was this? It's basically talking about it. I forgot to remember what it said. 52911. Yeah, Ethan's breathing is not combat heavy, but he's still not happy with things. Yeah, this is very PT with the lights having gone off at the end of a hallway after you traversed it. And that so clearly reminds me of that door to the right in PT right after you come out of the garage and you're going down the hallway. You take a right and it's locked the first few times you go through, and then it's open just a crack, and you peer and look in, and then something pops in there and slams it shut. It just gives you a heart attack and you die. That experience. I in a sad display of pining that I will never let go. I still have on my PS4 in the notifications section under downloads. There's always one failed download because I always have PT marked to for my PS4 to check see if I can download just in case.
Why is this here?
And this was we saw this music box during the opening of the game. So this puzzle took me a longer amount of time to figure out than I thought it would take. Let's see. I think this is it. I think I know the solution now, but this took me like 20 minutes the first time through. Oh man. I would love to play PT again. That would be a good time. That would be a good stream. So given the size of that music box, those are some big tweezers. Memento of my time with Ethan, but this music box no longer plays. That would be very cool. So, as you can see, we are stuck here. Oh man, I love Ethan's gasp there. Ah. There's like this snap in the left headphone as you come into the room. Makes you wonder what you just stumbled into. Evening Arcs, good to see you. Yeah, the light just flickered, which makes me concerned that the power is... All right, well, we'll find out. I will absolutely not accept that it is atmospheric, because that will terrify me. Possibly just bulb. We did have a couple of power outages. Yeah, there's that button that pops up. That's neat. What? Oh man, that's neat. So the controller just vibrated. I don't know what that was in reference to, but definitely put you off. I don't like that head looking at me. Oh, wild. Oh, that'd be great. Thank you. Alright, so I got the film strip. Nope. I think this is as dark as it was before, but... You can just hear things clicking and thumping around in the environment around you. It's very uncool. There's this film library room, which will become important later. What does that say? I can't quite read that. Rose's best friend in the whole wide world. She really likes this fairy tale. The most important thing in the world to us. A wedding gift from Grandma. Proof of Ethan's everlasting love for me. So... Rose's favorite thing. Favorite fairy tale. Most important thing in the world. Gift from Grandma Ethan's everlasting... Did I get this right? I did! And I hate it. Oh, this is brutal. The screen falling down is so hammy, but it works so well. Yeah, that's the real dolly that the Donna Beneviento's protecting here. Case in point, here we are. Oh, that's cool. If you look on the doll, it's got the Beneviento sort of insignia, which is the sun with the crescent moon tucked in on the left side. That's cool. his hand. Because of course it rings now.
Please, Ethan, listen to me. I didn't want to keep it from you.
Mia?
I didn't want to lose you again. I didn't want to destroy this family.
Mia, what are you talking about?
I love you both so much. I had to. I had to do it.
So the story that's is kind of unfolding here is like based on so this whole section actually is a pretty good reference back to so much of what you encountered during the introductory sort of roaming around Ethan's house, because you find out that Rose is healthy, Rose is happy. You know, this is a similar non-combat domestic space, and it's also throwing reference back to Mia's getting gunned down in their space with the photograph and everything. So there's very much a sort of a symmetry here of this being kind of like a corrupted version of that. And kind of part of that is the story that's being developed is that like Mia is like upset that there's something wrong with the pregnancy, and that's something she doesn't want to tell Ethan, which is counter everything else that that we saw like in the intro, which is that, you know, Rose is healthy, happy, and everything like that, and you know, there's no problem there. So and of course a missing baby crest. God, I feel bad for the lower back of whoever put that up there. What's that? Creepy. Kind of looks like bodies hanging from a tree over there on the left. Jesus H. Cricket. It is now oddly quieter in here. Actually, really curious. Just yeah, there's the pregnant mother, pregnant Mia picture. I'm actually delaying the inevitable, so let's just go do this. Let's take a look at this brass medallion item. It's got a nice a nautilus shell and a triangle. Got all those good occulty geometries. Symbol of the sun. Actually, that's interesting. It's also sort of the Beneviento insignia in a way. That's neat. Good times coming. You hear you hear the wood creaking and the rocking and the metal grinding. That specific sound effect is what did it for me. That was where I had to take off the headphones. I don't think I've ever actually looked around this environment. I've always been too scared to, but let's take a look here. No ceiling, no sense of depth, no sense of place. Good sense of cradle. Between this and actually, there's a kind of resonance here with RE7, because in RE7, Ethan watches the VHS of, what's his name, Jasper. Watches the VHS of the guy Clancy going down in the guest house, and then seeing the other guy in sort of like Blair Witch style murdered against the wall. And then Jack comes and knocks Clancy out. And he watches this on the VHS and then goes downstairs. He actually follows those footsteps, and that's sort of like his path to finding Mia. And I think it's interesting that they kind of actually they reuse that trick here in a way that's interesting. 1 second. Excuse me. It's true. It's true. Cradle. The cradle endlessly rocking. And this is the Mia statue, dashed to bits at the bottom of the well, much as we saw the baby doll. Ooh, I don't remember that, because I had my headphones off. Oh wow, some of this is going to be new to me. Let's go! Now, I actually don't view baby cries as, like, scary anymore. They're just informational. But the whole setup's got its own vibe that I don't like. You know, you're right. They did do that well. Nope. Yep, there's Babby. I am quite happy not knowing how Babby is formed. I've never been killed by this thing, so I don't know. But I guess we could find out. Here we go. Yep, there you go. That's it. I hate it. Oh, man. Yonic. I don't know what Yonic means. Oh, wait. Actually, I do know what Yonic means. Never mind. Let's trust Mia this time around. It'll be fine. That's such a great entrance. Just like lolling in. And this time we're going to do the proper clock tower thing and stay hidden. Fortunately, the baby monster has Dimitrescu's quality vision, so is not seeing the flashlight. And so we're skedaddling. Thank you, Creepy Doll Room, for being slightly less upsetting. Yeah, no, the sound design on the baby is really good. I'm also noticing, I'm trying to listen to see how randomized the sounds are, because having never died, I've never played the same, having never died to that thing, I've never played the same section back to back over and over again, and it sounds like it's the same progression of sounds rather than like random sounds being sort of mixed in live. Please, everything be the same. Oh, wow! I did not know that Angie was there. That's creepy. I just noticed her out of the corner of my eye this time. Kind of taking the room a little bit here, which I have never done before because it's always too frightening. Trying to listen to see if I can hear baby monster in the distance. There's some weird wind rattling. Okay. Here we go. Baby wants to destroy you with irony of being terrified of the birth. Oh! No, 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 no! I'm noticing this time through how in so many of the places where you, like, you're coming out of hallways, there's always a head looking at you. Oh, baby's having a good time. Bye-bye, baby. Blood trail. So far, all of this has been the same. Nope. Baby's out there. This is where the DualShock 4's vibration function comes in super handy, because I can't see anything, but I can tell, based off Ethan's terrified heartbeat, how far away the baby is. Oh god! Yep, it's different. It's different. Okay. Crap. What do I do now? I don't know what I do. Baby gonna come into the room? What if I missed my opportunity if I was talking through it, but... Oh, I'm not happy about this. Oh, I really don't want to do this. Heartbeat's increasing. Did I lure it in? Alright. Go, 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 go! Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. You know, honestly, that's even better than them having made any other point in that process different, because that actually lulled me into a false sense of security, and it's really good. So, okay. Now our visual filters borked. Dolls are looking evil.
Don't leave. I can't let you.
You're still alive, huh? Before my friends murder you. TikTok, your life's on the line.
Wait!
Manages to
Brian finds me.
manages to mix creepy doll and terrifying bride aesthetics.
Everything would be better if Rose wasn't born.
Fucking monster.
Dolls are doing their Jacob's Ladder twitchy business. There we go.
You do this to Rose, too.
I know the parent-child relationship is very much like the thing being meditated on in this game. Dude, stab her. There, good. Jesus. Don't hold me in suspense.
Stupid idiot! What are you doing to my cute friends?
It's over.
Ethan's having a bad time.
Mia, we'll make things right. What?
For a site of trauma,
We need
so
to get out of this place.
one of the things that he and Mia were very worried about, because both of them had been exposed to the mold, they were both basically survivors of a biohazardous, deal. And they were uncertain whether or not that would have an effect on Rose's health. So in the intro, you hear them talking about, like, Rose's test came back, she's fine, that this is very much a preoccupation for him. So the kind of horror, the nightmare scenario here is that that his child actually wasn't fine, that there was something wrong as a result of the biohazard exposure that had come out in Rose's health during birth. And so that's the fear, that's the parental anxiety that is sort of the core of that experience. Yeah. And what you find, I'll kind of spoil what's behind all that. This is like, the Resident Evil thing, there's nothing truly supernatural. It's always something science behind it. And when Donna got, when Donna became, got her powers as one of the lords, she got control over a particular kind of hallucinogenic plant that allowed her to manipulate the hallucinations of people who had inhaled it, and allowed them to, it seems that her favorite way of sort of luring people into basically destroying themselves, because, they're hallucinating and they die. The things that they think kill them can't obviously be the things that kill them. Is by hallucinating family members, people who are dead, and that sort of thing. So Donna's preoccupation is family, and that's the sort of the way that she brings them in. And I can only assume that it's this sort of like ironic, sort of like cruel torture thing where it's like the people who you trust and love are the ones that you think are killing you or doing you in. Similar to the way that Mia is coming across as, trying to hide the truth behind Ethan's back about Rose's health, and Rose herself in the baby monster form is the nemesis. So almost literally in this case, since that's the stalky monster. Anyway, so that's sort of what the deal is there.
So that's who was behind all this?
And recovered lost belongings. Meaning, I can only think that what that means is that when Ethan went into the hallucination state, and the lights went out, and he began hallucinating the Mia doll and everything, none of which I take to be particularly real, is that he just stopped seeing his inventory, right? He stopped seeing his gun and his knife and everything, so believed himself to be defenseless. Well, Ethan's been through enough that I imagine that, kind of the same way if you play Tetris enough, you're going to see Tetris in your dreams. He has been through enough lock and key Resident Evil, business that I'm sure he can just make it up in his sleep and even subject himself to it. But yeah, this is one of the things that, oh wow, the picture's gone. So that picture of the flower, that plant that was right here, that is a picture of the hallucinogenic plant that Donna has control over. And I'm actually curious. Oh wow, I can't go back in there. So I actually don't see any more of the hallucinogenic plant around here. That's cool. Actually, that would be an interesting sequence. Resident Evil survivors reenacting trauma by going through and just doing these puzzles routinely, reflexively. Oh, this is neat. So yeah, the yarn, all this stuff is kind of started to lead upstairs. Yeah. Oh, weird. I remember this being empty when I was coming through here. I don't remember the... Oh, weird. There's a kind of a neat outline around that doll. Well, anyway. Oh, what time are we at? Cool. Got a little bit to get to our next destination here.
That makes two.
Yeah, Jill clutching the keys. Never gonna throw this one away. Goodbye, house. Goodbye forever. And now here you see the "Stay with me, Ethan" text is gone here now. So. Quick work of it now. That, in between trying to figure out what to do next and honestly having to stop to play to decompress and walk around a little bit, that was a full night of playing, about 4 hours when I went through it the first time. And I am glad that I did not feel rushed to beat it, because that is a great horror experience, and I'm glad I had it. Ooh, wow, that's gonna make me motion sick. Same, Iceman Dan. We actually did not see the dolls attack Ethan because I found Angie pretty quickly, but they will if you wait long enough, excuse me, then the dolls will stab you and stuff. So she actually is controlling those. You actually do die from that one. I envy you. That sounds delicious. And also something that's kind of fun is, yeah, the family photo is now back in your possession, so you never gave it up at all. And these are the remains of all the hallucinogenic flowers, all of them dead, no longer giving off weird bioluminescence. Too much in what sense? Like, it makes it unconvincing, or too much in the sense of, like, just too upsetting? Yes, I agree. That is a very Bloodborne aesthetic. So now there appear to have been some environmental changes here. This... Can I get... There we go. So there are some enemies that crop up here, and I'm absolutely not going to fight them. But I remember... Yes. No, dude, go! We gotta run! Ah, crap. Ah! Alright. Believe if Ethan had not grabbed that cabinet, I could have made it out in time. There we go. Alright, so I'm getting this lockpick, getting the shotgun, I'm getting out. No! God! Dude! Alright. Feel good about that. Yep, they're coming after me. Alright, let's get out of here. There's something up there. Whoa. I don't remember these fires. Oh my god. There are archers. There were not archers before. There's treasure up here that I'm going to try and get. We're going to run through here. I have the well wheel. Are they following me up? Crap, they're following me. Alright. Are they coming through that door? I'm gonna hop over here and run away. Like this? Go, go, go! Jeez! Nah! Oh my god. I think the loot there's key is worth it. I'm gonna take the damage. Oh man. So, I guess I'm running through this. So now all the dolls are replaced with bodies. Oh, what? Oh, man. My ankles are that vulnerable. I actually don't think I can afford to take that damage. So let's go back and do that again. I remember, so when the guy was coming out of the ground and I shot him with a shotgun, I wonder if that stunned him enough to make me able to run by. Because he was in the same posture as the one who was down there at my feet that time. Alright. Is there something up here? No, it's just a window. What? Oh, they're all out there this time. Okay. I wonder if they were out there that quickly and that's weird. I wonder what the difference there is. Okay. Alright, so shooting it with the shotgun, that's good. That helps me. Let's, just, yeah. Scary music is gone, suggesting they are not following me. Okay. Did I pick up the mermaid ball? I did not. Photo of a strange bird. That's my favorite kind of photo. I love me a strange bird. Alright. Cool. This time through is successful. I don't get that treasure, but that's fine. Alright, so before I run and try to run that gauntlet of archers, I'm going to take a quick break. I'll be right back. Alright, and there is, of course, no stream complete without Panda Time. Here's our dude. There's a guy blessing us with fortune, luck, and a little bit of grace. Oh my god, just immediately drooling. Oh man, there's our dude. Welcome back in time for the break. Yes, well, you know, anytime there's a break, there's always a panda on the other side. This guy was sleeping quite comfortably in this chair before it became time to stream, and then I moved him, and he is so comfortable. He is such a comfortable animal here. He knows this is his home, that when I try to move him, he's just like a rag doll. Does not exert any energy whatsoever, and just lets you kind of slide him around like he's, oh, like a rag doll. And only after a certain amount of movement does he realize that you might be trying to position him in a place he doesn't himself want to be, and then he'll get up and happily take his business elsewhere. So, yeah, he's very thankful to be alive. He's a good boy, yes he is. He's my good dude. He's a good hugging cat. Not many good hugging cats in the world. But this guy, definitely a hugging cat. Oh, come on, bud. I don't know if I'd call what this one does a hug, but it's definitely something. Oh god, gross. I've got panda drool on me. I'll tell you one good thing to come of having to put all that work into getting that air conditioner installation set up is I had to cut a lot of cardboard in order to make the right fitting for the window, which meant I got to buy a new knife. I haven't had the opportunity to do that in about a year. And it feels good. Alright. I'm going to use this fella here. And when old fightin' elegy comes out of the ground there, I will use the shotgun to stun him so I can run by. No! So I can run by! Why aren't you listening to me? Come on, man. Wow. A lot of... Like, how did you even get down there? Oh, hello, Duke.
Does this look familiar to you?
Creepy Duke.
And buy it I will. I've procured some new items for you, Mr. Winters.
All right. We can make some food. Juicy game. Health greatly increases permanently. I know where there are some chickens. And I know where there's some more meat. And I know where there's another bird. So I think this is the one we're going to go for. And we're on the other side of all that, so we're going to save that here.
Good deal, if I say so myself.
That's interesting. I can see that. It does. It sort of balances that out a little bit with the vistas and the landscapes. So that person, that fellow over there, just opened a gate that lets me access something that I can use to get a treasure, and I'm going to try and go for it. No, my God! Oh, okay. Got hung up on the door. Alright, cool. I actually want to go the way I'm running from, but let's hop up here and see if they reset. And I think they balance that out with the way the village is sort of set up, and also with just the great vistas that you see. That gives it a bigger, more open feeling. Okay. So we are not dealing with those fellas. But we are coming up here to get us some chicken. There we go. Hello, friend. I didn't expect that to land quite so brutally after I said that. But, you know, here we are. So I'm not going down there, but I'm going down here. Because there's more chickens. God, it just makes me feel awful. Oh, Ethan just takes the whole chicken. I mean, honestly, if he's giving the Duke a whole chicken instead of like a fillet or something, then I can kind of understand why the Duke keeps hold of more of the portion. If I had to skin the animal, I would too. Or pluck, in this case. Alright, there's our bird. So here's the bird that we're talking about. That's the rare bird. And I'm going to see if I can get these guys to come through here. And I can do the same trick on them that I did to the lichens previously. Wait, where did you go? Oh, they despawned. Okay, so bird is over here. So we're gonna do this. Goodbye, Bluebird of Happiness. You guys despawn. I'm gonna go collect our bird. Oh, who actually just falls down, not as the chickens do in their full form, but just dies as a fillet.
If it's just looking, window shop away.
Alright, fella. Let's... Yeah, let's do it.
Don't let... We've gathered all the ingredients. Now...
I just imagine the Duke back there in the back of his cart, just, you know, closed door,
Apologies for the wait. Here's your share.
cartoon sound effects, VFX showing up, and then door opens, steam billows out, and just a dish gets tossed out at you. I am curious to see what this looks like in the journal.
I wouldn't mind having that again. can hardly wait for the next ingredients.
Let's see. Oh, nifty. All the recipes are here. Flaky yet succulent baked herb and breaded fish. Enjoy this hearty meal to feel even more healthy. This says the effect of going out to eat in the Yakuza games makes me very hungry for more than the usual minimal fare that I
Welcome, Ethan.
make for myself.
I've procured some new items for you, Mr. Winters.
Evening, Space Hamlet. I think got about, I don't know, another 10, 15 minutes here before I need to close it down for the night. But so you will, if you catch the next stream Saturday 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, then you will see Moreau's level, which is where we're going to next. Oh man, what is a good investment here? Nope. Okay.
Pay me no mind.
Let's see, 150 plus 30, that's 160. Building up this weapon is the better investment, as is building up this weapon. So that's what I'm gonna do. I always feel so guilty selling these things.
Worry not. You can buy it back if you like.
Because, gosh, we've been through so much together.
To hunger is to be alive. Leave this to me.
And let's see. Oh my. Excuse me.
What? Ah, it's fine. All finished.
I want to save that for when I am
Delighted.
way out of ammo and need to reload. Cool.
Have a wonderful adventure.
And we are ready to make it to Moreau's camp. Nope, wrong one. Here's this guy. Kind of part werewolf, part Muppet. Makes me think of Sweetums. Sweetums, the human-sized Muppet in from the Muppets. Oh, what? Oh wow! I guess I should have moved away from that door. Oh, this is Louisa's husband, who went out and left a final scrawled note. Let's see. Priorities here are to get a rocket launcher, that would be nice. To get a grenade launcher, and then sneak past this dude. Which I do believe we can do. Alright, so he's going that way. Which is good for us. love how they decorated the weapons in this game, especially the high-end ones. The shotgun, the grenade launcher, and the magnum all have lovely engravings on them. There's our dude. What? Is that a second one? That looks like a second one. Oh my god. I'm going to get up here and see if that is a correct observation. Yep, there are two. Great. Do I have any flashbangs? In fact, I do not. Alright. Looks like they're both going to the left, which might actually be a really good opportunity for getting out of there. Whoop! Oh, crap, crap, crap! Oh, Jesus! Ah, crap, I'm dead. Oh, no. Oh, man. Yeah, I can't bear to watch. Yeah, that sneaking didn't work out so great. All right, let's try that one more time. So, I don't know if I've ever tried to take refuge inside a house. During this sequence, but I definitely don't remember all those lichens being around. There's the one. I wonder if the other one spawns as I jump down. Oh, neat. It's by somebody else's attaché case. Thank you, Leon S. Kennedy. Okay, so definitely no refuge in any of the houses. If I can sneak over to the slime spot... What? There we go. There we go. I do not believe for 1 second that you have despawned. Okay, that's useful for me. think I'm gonna die. Okay. That seemed to turn out okay. Oh, wow, they can climb the roofs. I did not know that. Oh, no. Oh! Ah. Damn. Oh, man, that's gonna be tough. But that might be a challenge for another stream. So, I am gonna save my game here. Well, I think it's actually where it's saved where I need to be anyway. But thank you everybody for coming out. Thank you for going through House Beneviento with me. And yeah, I will be back to solve that challenge on Saturday night, 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Thank you for coming out, and I hope you have a great week. Thank you. Yeah, y'all have a great night.